What's up, everybody? Merry fucking Christmas. My name's Danny
Merry
Ferrari.
fucking Christmas.
Happy
and Hanukkah.
Chanukah.
Christmas.
Chrysler.
Chrysler.
We look like a bunch of prostitutes. We are Excellent Sound.
Oh, yeah.
And we are here to show you guys how to make Rezz's new song with, is it Blank?
Blank or Blanke?
Blanke?
Blanke from Street Fighter.
From Street Fighter? Song is called Mixed Signals. Sounds a little something like this. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Sorry, I just love to play this thing out.
I know, dude. This song is sick.
Also, we're going to be showing you guys how to make this.
Oh. What this sounds like when you hit it?
Yeah, it sounds like that. That little intro for in the song Mixed Signals by Rezz and Blanke. Rezz, shout out to all the girl producers out there.
Yep.
Shout out Rezz.
Let's go.
Finally, I feel bad because I didn't know that Rezz was a girl when we did.
How long did it take you to oh, you didn't know the whole time in that
I didn't know
video.
at all. Yeah, I blew it, dude. What are
like,
we wearing, bro?
Dude,
what are we doing?
We are so holidayed out.
Can you imagine this is someone's first video? Roll up.
Yeah.
If it is your first video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Smash a like for us. As always, all our stuff is in the download description below. So if you guys want to go grab that, it's totally free. We got, I think, 3 presets and 3 racks for you guys. If you want the project file, join us on Patreon. We have a link in the description as well. We give away all our project files, all the samples, which I will be going through in this project remake tutorial.
We got a bunch of tiers on Patreon, but if you want the project files, it's the YouTube tier.
Yep. YouTube tier.
Yep.
It's a really good deal. We got a bunch of stuff on there, a bunch of project files, and we have I think what we're doing to the end of this month is we're going from September now to middle of December. You get all the project files, all the stuff we've done. So yeah, let's get into this. This is such a cool. I can't take myself. What am I doing? Look at us, dude.
It's fantastic. Maybe we should make a tier of like sending Christmas cards out like this.
I love this. Is like your first time getting in like Christmas spirit.
This is my first Christmas, dude.
Yeah,
pretty
well,
much as an adult.
Yeah. I like how you're wearing the blue to represent Hanukkah.
Dude.
Shout out to all our
Hanukkah fellow
folks.
members.
Yeah. Shout out to all the Gentiles out there. All right. Anyway, this drop is so sick. Rezz is super dope, and so is Blanke. I don't know who did what on the song or blank. People are gonna rip me in the comments. Whatever. They always do. Couple elements that we have here. We remade the kick, which I will show you. It sounds like. Where's the kick? Here it is. That's coming through,
Beautiful.
right? Yeah. Nice, great mid-tempo kick. Also, we have the snare, which sounds like this. Nice punchy snare. Hi-hat, which sounds like this. I love this hi-hat. I'm gonna go over it just a tiny bit, but
Christmas hi-hat, dude.
It's a very jingle bell hi-hat. When you listen to the original, it has a very, very like distinct kind of glass sound to it. So I kind of made it with a bunch of different sort of synthesis, and layering some actual broken glass sounds, which is kind of cool. Hi-hat loop. And then there's an open and a closed. Yeah, that's the real Christmas sounding one.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
Those are some of the samples that are included in the Patreon. So if you guys are part of our Patreon, go grab them. All the Signature Series samples are in there. But yeah, those are the stuff we're using today. We remade them. We remake everything here at Excellent Sound. We remake everything for exact remakes as possible, as best we can do. I feel really proud of this one. I think I'm always saying that I'm really proud. They just keep getting better. I think, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. We were just jamming this thing. You know?
Exactly. And if you're part of our Discord, you already know that we're remaking this because we told you. Because if you're part of your Discord, you get extra special racks.
You get front row seats.
And that's free.
Insider access.
Yeah. And if you don't like Rezz, you want other stuff, we got tons of stuff on our website at www.xlntsound.com, totally free.
Boom.
And lastly, I will say this. Last week we did what video did we do last week? Where am I? Hi, I'm Danny. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, we did Scrolls Vocal Chops, and we put an Easter egg in there in the video. And everybody got the Easter egg, but the point was it's a code.
Yeah, it's a discount code, guys.
So it might still be open out there, but I don't think anybody
could be.
entered it. There was only one.
You guys don't have to comment. You guys just throw some stuff in your cart and try it out.
Hopefully it works. Whoever's first, because it hasn't been done yet. I'll tell you that. I will also say this, that we are, since it is Christmas and it is the Christmas spirit, we are giving away how many packs?
2. No, we're giving away 5.
5 packs.
5 packs.
5 packs. Easter egg in the video. See if you could find it.
The first 5 people
5.
to use this discount code, it's gonna work.
Yep.
So, first viewers, you guys have a little leg up, but
there we go.
It's a little Easter egg. So.
Okay. So there you go. You guys know
Christmas
how it is.
egg.
I want to get into this. All right.
You guys.
I'm talking too fucking much. All right. So this drop is insane. We're gonna be making this sound right here. This main lead. And then I'm also going to show you guys how to make this first sound. Oh, it's so nasty.
Love that sound.
And I'm also going to kind of explain how the rest of these sounds are made without getting too much into it. We obviously don't have enough time to really show you how to make everything, but you'll get the gist of it from how we do a couple of them. So I think we should start with this lead. What do you say, Parker?
I think so.
Ba-da. And then we'll do the pluck last, I guess.
Yeah, I'm into that.
As always, again, all these are in the download description below, so if you guys don't want to hang out with us and make it, just go grab it right now. See you later. Piss off.
Yeah. See you another time.
See you another time. Shift-Command-T makes a new MIDI track. I'm going to open up Serum. I'm going to try to do this somewhat quick because we have a lot to cover.
A lot of fun stuff.
I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and take all this. I should have just duplicated it. I'm already blowing it on time. Okay. Command-C, Command-V, bam, turn this off. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Nice. Da-da. It's not really doing much. It's layered with this sound right here. So I think what I'm going to do, no, we'll leave it how it is. And then the rack, as far as the processing rack, I will go over that too as well, but it's pretty much a lot of stuff that we use in past videos, so I'll explain that as we go.
Some secret excellent racks, dude.
Yes. So let's go ahead and just start with this. We have a regular sawtooth. This is a really simple sound to make. The thing about Rezz and mid-tempo, and actually in a lot of stuff, what people have been doing is they've been taking just a really simple sound with not a lot in Serum, it could be just a sawtooth, and distorting the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And using a ton of processing to get these fat sounds. And the reason why they sound so fat is because they're starting at a simple form. So I don't know if that helps you guys. There's 2 types of sound design. There's the complex stuff that you do in Serum, which is just out of control. Crazy wavetables, crazy movement. And then there's starting from a basic saw wave with just distortion, and then all the post-processing afterwards. For those in FL and those in Logic, I can try to recommend stuff for you guys. This rack is kind of particular to Ableton, but I'm pretty sure you could find something, and I'll try to give you recommendations as we go to be able to make this type of sound. Okay, so without further ado, this sound. First things first, we're going to open up Serum. I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger for y'all. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Or he said. I don't know.
Did Jesus say that?
No, dude.
Oh.
Come on, bro.
I was just seeing.
Come on, bro.
Maybe it's Christmas. Chrysler.
Okay, so first thing first, we're just going to leave it on the stock oscillator A of the sawtooth. I'm going to go ahead and enable oscillator B as well. For oscillator A, I'm going to put it up +1 octave, and I'm going to put it up to 4 waves of unison and have the detune down to about 0.16. Let's see how this is sounding right now. Pretty simple, nothing crazy yet. Blend knob's good, random's good, level's good, all this is good. That's fine. Okay, oscillator B. We're going to go up to 8 waves of unison. That's going to lift at 0. And the detune's going to be pulled down a little bit more to 0.08. Right there. Kind of just like a simple mega saw, but not so mega. Maybe like a half saw, half stacked.
Half mega.
Yeah. And then level right here is going to be the same. So all this is pretty much it. Next, we're going to go into the effects. And literally, this is it. Distortion. And we're going to choose, is it Diode 2?
Diode 2.
Diode 2. Great distortion. A lot of these sounds are made with Diode 2 and a lot of bit reduction, which I will explain later. 81% is what you want the drive at, and you want the mix about 70. Sevs? Is that Sevs is?
69.
Oh, 69. And then master, leave where it is. Now, there's another thing that's happening here is this portamento because there's a lot of glide, which kind of what was the one Getter song that we did?
With the lead?
With Visceral? Yeah.
All
is Lost.
Yeah,
so All is Lost. Check out that video if you guys haven't. We did one of the really cool sounding intro sounds. And we always said if you guys want us to do the saw, we'll do it. But this literally is pretty much the same thing. It's all about the processing. So next, what you guys want to do is you want to make sure it's on mono and legato because we want to get that glide going. And set it to always and scaled, right? So this is going to glide into the note in the scale. It's not going to be so wonky, essentially, when it comes into the actual note to note. It's going to keep it in the scale. So it's a little bit, I don't know.
More melodic?
Yeah, more melodic, exactly. Thank you, Parker.
Those like half tones and stuff?
Yeah. What do I have it at? What's the portamento knob at?
68?
68. Should have been 69. Damn.
Should have. We could still make it 69 if you want. Dude.
I can't, actually. I literally can't. 67, sure. You can hear it glide. Cool. All right, so that's looking good. Now let's get into the processing. So processing's pretty simple here. I'm not going to get into all this fat rack stuff. I will refer you to where you can download that fat rack that we've made. But yeah, go ahead and oh, here, I can... You want me to move? Yeah, thanks, Becca. Look at Becca. Dude, she's so fast.
She's fucking fast.
All right, first things first, let me turn this off, and let me turn this off, and yeah, that's good. Okay, so we got some distortion or overdrive. If you have Logic, I think they have an overdrive, and I believe FL does too. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, just overdrive, and it's just kind of filtered in the mids right here at 485, and the Q set to 3.16. So basically, you just want to saturate this frequency range. If you guys have FabFilter Saturn, that'll work too. I have the drive all the way up and the tone at 86 and the dry wet at 100%. Just kind of dirtying it up a little bit. Next, I have OTT, which Steve Duda makes OTT for all DAWs. You guys can go ahead and download that. But we're using Abletons, so OTT, and we have the top end pulled up, right? I don't see a lot of people do this, man.
Just the top end?
No, I mean, I'm always like people we do lessons with, and they watch our videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody ever pulls up the top or the mids. I don't understand it.
I usually don't pull up the top. I always take the output down and then expand the top.
You could do that, yeah. I just like doing it. I'm not saying you have to. I just like doing it. It just brings that up more
dude,
versus
just
like
super crispy.
This. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, so we have that at 100%, and then lastly, we have the XLNT Fat Rack. Go ahead and check out about like 4 or 5 videos ago. We had how to make Virtual Riot's Fat Rack using all stock Ableton plugins. So everything we made in that is actually using stock Ableton plugins. I'm not going to go over how it works because you guys can just go download it.
You guys got a whole video for that.
There's a whole video for that, yeah. So next in the chain, we have a Fat Rack. Fat is turned up to 116, and the stereo's at 135. It's a very in-your-face kind of saw. We don't want it too wide. So it sounds like this now. It's basically just a bunch of saturations and stereos and whatever, you get it. And then lastly, I just have a auto filter because when I was listening to the original, it sounded like there was a hard cut at the top end where the highs weren't coming through. So I just added this. Just kind of tucks it in right there. And it should be sounding like this now. Pretty nice, right? Cool. So that's pretty much it for that sound. Let's go ahead and get into the bass. What do you say, Parks?
Let's get all bassed out, bro.
I wanted to mention something I forgot. Maybe I'll remember it later. Okay, so let's go ahead and leave that. Next, let's get into this bad boy. This is crazy. So there's 2 sounds. I'm only going to show you how to make one, but I'll kind of explain how the other one is. That one's sick too, which I'll kind of explain. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. In the all my drop instruments, including that saw that we just made, I believe they have. Do they have processing on them? No, they don't. Okay, just kidding. This one does, so I'll explain that. Okay, so let's go ahead and I want to explain what's going on here first. So what I did is I went ahead and duplicated this patch because when I was listening to the original, it was very much on the left and right side of the mix, okay?
Yeah.
That's why when that kick comes in, it hits so hard. Oh, wait, I'm not there. I'm here. If you have headphones on, you can just really hear it's in the left and right versus that sound that I just played is very centered. So the way that you can do that sometimes, if you are struggling with getting your mix wide or you want an instrument to be wider, you can duplicate that instrument and pan it hard left and hard right, and that usually tends to work pretty well. So that's what I did here. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and I think how I'm going to do this is I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to put this one in the center now just to show how we do it. And then I'm going to turn off the processing, which we'll get into. Close that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and initialize Serum real quick so we could start from scratch. All these sounds are made basically the same. They're all pretty much the same. They just have different processing. All right, let me go ahead and move that over. Cool. Make it a little bit bigger. Now, I got to mention this. Okay, so in your group, right? Excellent Fat Rack. Okay. This is on your drop sense. You can try this. Try this on a bunch of stuff. All I have is the fat rack, and I have the fat up to almost all the way at 116. So put it in a group when you guys are making this sound. Put it in a group and process the group. Otherwise, it'll sound like this. And then I have a filter where I cut off the high end. I was explaining that earlier because there wasn't a lot of high end in the mix of that sound. So that's the only reason why that's there. So again, all of these are going to the group, and the group has the fat rack on it as well. So that being said, it should be sounding like this. And if you don't have the fat rack on, it sounds like this. Just like a regular saw wave. All right. Anyway, so first things first, we're going to go to oscillator A, analog, basic shapes, and we're going to set it to a square wave like so. And we're going to go ahead and set it to -1. And then we're going to turn it up to 6 waves of unison and turn the detune up to 0.52. Super phasey and wide, but that's okay. We want that. We're going to turn the blend down. So if I go like this, I could turn the blend down. That's the waves of unison, like where they're the actual volume of them. So if I have them all the way up, we're going to sound very detuned. But if I turn them down, it's going to mix them a little bit better. You want this to go to 30 toots. Nice. Okay. And then I'm going to turn the level down just a smidge because we're going to use a different wavetable here next. 59%, Parks?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, cool. Oscillator B, we're going to go to default, and we're going to use spectral. Nope. We're going to use digital. Yeah, digital, and that's the plugin is like Icon Has Kick, the wavetable is Icon Has Kick. It's a very snail-sounding wavetable. Very good for this type of style. So, very simple. 2 waves of unison, and then I'm going to pull the wavetable position up. You're going to see it's going to morph it. It's actually like a kick, I think, and then they just kind of turn a kick into a wavetable. 148 is where you want it to be. Actually, I'm going to move through it so you can hear. I'm going to turn this off so you can really hear it. That's that really snailsy sound. And I'm going to put this to 148 for the wavetable position. Also, real quick, make sure you put it down an octave on oscillator B. Nice. I'm going to turn the level almost all the way up to 94%. Nice. Okay, cool. That looks good. That looks good. That's good. That's good. Good. Is the blend up more? What's the blend at?
One's at
Says 5s.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Says 5s. Okay. Next, let's add a filter. We're going to use MG low 12. Make sure both A and B are both going to it, and the cutoff is going to be at 1802. Again, we're just rolling off some of the highs. Am I saying that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
1802. Great year. Great year, dude.
1802?
Great year, dude.
Is that when Serum was invented?
That's when Serum was invented in 1802.
Steve Duda?
Steve Duda. Shout out Duda. Nice. Okay, that's looking good. We could. We're not going to put this in mono, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have effects. I'm going to go ahead. Did I forget something, Parks?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and load the effect rack for us. What's it called? Oops. No, load the effect chain. Sorry. I don't understand what that load effect rack does.
I know. I tried to, figure it out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working.
I could probably look it up, but I'm too lazy.
Probably
Someone in the
read the
comments,
manual.
let us know. Shout out in the comments below.
Yeah, just tell us. Help us out.
Okay, so I got my little effect chain here. Now, this is another cool distortion to use if you're trying to make these kind of crazy sounds. Like, they're really heavy distortions. The problem is that they don't really sound good on, crazy growls and stuff like that. Sometimes they do. But for the most part, that's why we're starting with the simple waveforms like what we're using here. We're not doing any crazy movements of LFOs or anything. There's really no LFOs on any of these. Okay, so linfold distortion is kind of crazy. It's like wave shaper and the saturator in Ableton. It kind of adds some frequencies and boosts and saturations all over the place. So I'm going to mess with it just a little bit so you can kind of hear. A little too much, right? But that's how a lot of those weird glitchy sounds are made also. So make sure you have this drive set to, I moved it, was it 15%?
Yeah, 15.
15%, and the mix up all the way. That does a lot right there, right? Next, we have hyperdimension. This is just to add some width to it. Hyperdimension with the mix on the left side at 20 sevs, 2 sevs. These are all stock. Size all the way down in the dimension, and 23% for the mix. Next, we have a multi-band compressor. All this is pretty much stock, but I'll go ahead and go over it anyway. Minus 18/1 for the threshold, ratio at 4/1, attack at 90, release at 90, and gain at 1 dB. And mix all the way up. And then again, I'm cutting off. So after I have this, imagine the chain. It's going into here, right? And then it's going into this filter. I'm cutting off the highs. When I add a linfold distortion or really heavy distortion, it's going to bring some highs back in. So I'm processing everything, and then I'm using another low cut here with just the cutoff at 449. Because I'm going to do some more processing here, right? Now you're going, wow, that doesn't, what happened to the sound? You kind of messed it up. No, there's a reason why, because I'm going to bring the distortion back again. So, with that being said,
Psych. Bringing it back.
Bringing it back, dude. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring, I already have the chain on here. So, let's get into this. I'm going to kind of explain some of these effects as we go. All right, so the first thing I added was erosion. Erosion is a really, really cool effect. I really recommend using it on a lot of stuff. You can use it on growls, basses, on 808s. You can get some really great texture out of it. It's like there's a lot of different modes. I'm using the noise mode right here. There's wide noise and then there's sine. I'm not going to go over each one, but play around with them. You can get some interesting stuff. So first thing is you're going to use noise. It should sound like this. Kind of bringing some white noise into the actual mix. Do you want me to move it over? Oh, no, you're good, huh, Bakes? Bakes is so good at this, dude. Hell yeah.
Professional.
Shout out Bakes. What is your shirt? What does your sweater say? Santa's. Go ahead and show the people. Okay. Take a quick break. Show the people.
Yeah,
I fucked you up, huh? Pretty good. Whatever. We'll show them. We can show them in a second. All right. Just get ready to. Says Santa's favorite hoe. I tried to wear that, but I chose for the pierced nipples instead.
We're still wearing this. I just got beautiful ones.
This is the long. Yeah, you look great. Thanks, this is the longest we've ever gone with like wearing a stupid outfit.
Oh, I know. We were like sweating them off.
Yeah, exactly.
The first 5 minutes.
Okay, back into this. Sorry. Quick little side note. Erosion, noise at frequency at 2.29, width at 1.76, amount at 30.5. Next, we have OTT. OTT is going to be set at 100%, and again, highs pulled up just a bit. There's those highs coming out. And then I'm using bass roundup, which is a stock preset, an amp preset. So if you guys are doing this at home, I would actually recommend, if you have any of the native instrument stuff, using Guitar Rig. That's a little
dude, Rezz loves her amps, dude.
Yeah.
I think she uses that a lot.
She really does.
Sure.
Guitar Rig or any sort of like guitar amp simulator or guitar pedal would be really cool on these type of sounds. It's essentially what is that called when you
the breakup?
It's like reamping.
Oh yeah.
It's essentially, I mean, it's not a real reamp, but look it up on the internet. I want to explain.
I do really like the Ableton stock amps though. They
not
have
for
like
guitars though.
Oh, not for guitars, no.
But for this stuff,
for this kind of stuff, it's great.
This is definitely my favorite preset in there. It's called Bass Roundup.
Yeah.
I think I messed with it just a smidge. I think I turned the dry wet down to 23.8, but I'll just go over gains at 5, bass at 5.24, middles at 4.6, and trebles at 4.13 with the presence at 1.59. Set to mono. Just adds that grit.
Yeah.
And then lastly, again, the excellent fat rack. So just like I said, fat at 116 and stereo at 135. Now, I tried turning the stereo up, and it wasn't giving me enough width to match the mix of the actual original. So that's why I duplicated the track and made it left and right on the signal. Let's hear what it sounds like in the mix. And remember, it's getting processed here also in the group. Another fat rack, right? Pretty much the same settings. So yeah, that's one sounds pretty good, I think. I want to also explain what a lot of the production style starts before we get into the pluck, because I want you guys to understand how this type of music is made, because it's really fun to make, and it's a really great way to sound design. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's a lot of ways of processing, like I said, processing simple sound waves with just distortion, saturation, multi-band compression to really get these really fat, gritty sounds. And it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a trend right now or whatever, but I've been like trying to mess with a lot of this type of stuff in my own production.
Yeah, I love this mid-tempo stuff.
Yeah, mid-tempo. That'd be a good idea for a pack, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
it could be.
Shout out if you want a mid-tempo pack in the comments below.
Drop an alien face.
Yeah, drop.
emoji.
Oh, okay. I like that. Drop an alien face if you want us to do mid-tempo packs. So what I did for this sound, I'm not going to go over the patch per se, but it's pretty much duplicated. You can really just... This one is, I'll just go ahead and open it up real quick. It's pretty much what you do is you duplicate a lot of the same sound, and then maybe you change some wavetables, maybe add a different distortion, maybe take some stuff off. That's kind of what I did here. I mean, there's the patch, I guess, if you guys want to screenshot it and make it. There's nothing to it, literally. I just don't have time to remake it for you guys. And then just the same type of processing. I mean, it's so simple. Really, like if I take this entire chain right here, and there's really not a lot in the chain besides the fat rack, and all the fat rack is doing is just processing and fattening it up. If I turn this chain off, that's all it is, you know? So people ask, like, how do you stop at like Serum and then go into processing? That's usually not how it works. Usually there's like, I duplicated the patch already, you know what I'm saying? And I already had my kind of like some processing when you're sound designing is a good way to start, because you're going to end up processing it anyway. Yeah. I don't know anybody that just goes with the stock Serum just effects.
Yeah, me neither.
So, you know, it's always fun to turn it off. Like I would never, like I'd be like, oh, that sounds good. Let me process that sound. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're sound designing with processing. We're not, there's two types of processing in my opinion, right? There's like fattening up the sound that you made in Serum, right? Or any other synth. Yeah. Where you're just kind of making it fatter and louder, i.e. the fat rack. And then there's actual sound designing with it, where you're just distorting it and crushing it. I hope that makes sense, because that's all we're really doing here is we're using the processing to sound design to get a different sound.
Yeah, like and this also helps you keep the cohesion with your drop, where there's like little variances in the drop sounds. That's like he said, you know, he copied one sound and then, you know, changed some of the distortions and some of the filters.
I'm sorry. Just
like, some of the filters.
Yeah.
And then processed it differently. So it's I love doing that all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then same thing with your panning technique. That's a very old technique where, you know, you detune one side. That's from like analog days.
Stereo, and you put like a little short delay on one of them.
Yeah, for sure. That's
the Haas effects, right?
Yeah,
or something?
Same technique.
Yeah. So you just different ways to do different things. And then I'll just kind of briefly go over some of the other sounds real quick before I get into the pluck. Some other things, there's like this weird dot thing. Just like a sine wave, it's just distortion. This is like this phone thing. It's kind of cool. Other things in here. This bass was cool. It's kind of like the lower harmony. It's basically the same patch that we just made the lead with, just some heavier distortion, right? And a lower octave. And then this patch is basically just duplicated a bunch of times and then altered to make sound like the original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this bass, it's the same thing. Look, I mean, if you look at this, it's pretty much the same stuff I'm using on here. I'm just changing the wavetables just a bit. So have fun. Use that knowledge. Use that. Make your own sounds. Make some cool stuff. That's what I really like about Rezz, I think, and like this type of style of music, is that the sounds are so good. And the way when you could take a simple sound like that, it always sounds so clean in a mix.
Yeah,
you know
and make a whole song around something like this. Like,
exactly.
It's insane.
So hopefully you guys learned a lot from that. Let's go ahead and get into.
We got one more sound, right?
We got one more. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're doing good on time too.
We're doing really good.
Not even 30 thirds. 30 thirds.
30 thirds.
Okay, so this pluck, we're gonna make this right now. It sounds like this. I got a special delay rack that I made for this, which is super cool. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this track because we're gonna go ahead and make it into something. I'm gonna go ahead and initialize this preset. It's a pretty simple sound as well. Init preset, cool. Turn these off. Some other elements here, ADD, sorry, is there's a respace, just a comment, just 12, just go up. I'm just going to show it real quick. Just cause,
super complex respace.
Yeah, there you go. 16 ways of unison and some distortion and phaser, blah, blah, blah.
Secret's out, guys.
Yeah, there it is. And it's layered with the sub. So, back into this, right? Let's go ahead and start we're going to go with analog BD sine is actually we're going to be using on both oscillators. So oscillator A and oscillator B are going to be analog BD sine. There's that little doot doot. You can use those and process the hell out of just that sound.
All the doots.
Yeah, all the doot doots. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with oscillator A. I'm going to go ahead and make oscillator A at 0. We're going to keep it the same. This is all the same. We're going to turn the random all the way down, turn the level all the way up, yeah, that's good, right, Park?
Yeah, detune all the way down.
Detune. Oh, yeah, thank you. Detune all the way down, even though it doesn't really matter because it's only one way, but that's what we did. Okay, wavetable position, we're going to leave it where it's at. We're going to come back to that. Oscillator B, -1 on the octave. All this is stock, and is the levels down or up to like
79.
79. All right. Just a lower layer. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a MG low 12, like so. And we're going to turn the cutoff to like right around here, 100 hertz. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna come back to this. Let's go ahead and start messing with the first envelope. So first, we have envelope 1. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get these exact. 0.5 for the attack. Hold all the way down, and decay is at 1.99. 1.99 or 2, whatever you can get to. Just go ahead and do that. That works. Whatever. Sustain is going to be all the way down, and the release is going to be up to
999.
999. Can't get there. I know I could type it, but it's messed up. Duda, where you at, bro? Fix that shit for my Christmas present, dude.
Dude, he's opening Christmas presents now, probably, dude.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so you can see it a little bit better. You're on oscillator? Yeah, you're on. Okay, you're on envelope one. Cool. All right, so should be sounding like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and make a second envelope. So this second envelope is going to look like same kind of thing. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it down to make it faster. Attack at 0.5. Hold all the way down. Decay is at 635 milliseconds, 635 milliseconds. I can't really get there. That works. Sustain is all the way down, and the release is halfway. Right?
Yep.
And then we're going to make a third envelope. These are my favorite ones to make. Parker likes these too.
Yeah, dude.
Turn the decay just basically, what is it? Attack, leave it where it's at, and turn the decay all the way down. Sustain all the way down. So it's going to look like a little dot, basically. Oh, no.
Yeah, like 0.1.
0.1 for the decay. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this envelope that we just made, and we're going to put it on oscillator B to the coarse pitch. And that's going to be going one way. So make sure you shift, option, or shift Windows, click it to go forward. And I think is it all the way up, Parker?
It is all the way up.
Oh, no, it's not. It's
36.
36. Okay, 36. So what that's doing, I'm going to turn this one off. It's just adding a little click to it, just kind of make it a little bit more plucky, which is really nice. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and make some LFOs. Our first LFO is going to look like this. These are kind of fun LFOs to use on wavetable. I recommend doing this on some of your wavetable design, or if you're doing growls and stuff, if you can have it just kind of cycle through the wavetable. That's essentially what this is doing. I'm going to go ahead and put the wavetable position on, all the on the wavetable position of oscillator area on the wavetable position all the way up. I'm also going to set it to envelope. And I'm going to turn off the BPM and I'm put it to rate mode. This is like a little bit more being able to dial in the rate if you don't want it exactly on the beat. So 1.4 I think is where we have it at. I'm kind of curious if I put it to trigger. Wait, no, if I put on BPM. Yeah, so 2 bar, I guess. Cool. Next, we have envelope LFO 2. LFO 2 is going to be pretty much the same thing. Is it exactly the same? No, it's not. LFO 2 is going to look just like how we did before.
The rate is a little different. Yeah,
the rate's a little different. Turn on the envelope and turn the BPM off, and we're going to go ahead and put this at 0.5 hertz. And this one's going to go on the wavetable position of oscillator B, and we're going to pull it back just a little bit. You can kind of mess with this whatever you want. It doesn't need to be exact, really. Just kind of adds just a little bit different movement to it. And then also on our third LFO, we're going to go ahead and make a very kind of, spiny, like a skateboard spine. Like an elf's shoe. Make an elf's shoe. There we go. And bring it down to this first box right here. And set it to envelope. And put it onto 16th notes. And then this is going to go on... That's going to go on our effects. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, now let's go ahead and enable the filter. And let's go back to, I think, envelope 2. Yes, envelope 2 is going to go on the cutoff of this low-pass filter that we made. The cutoff is at 126 hertz. Make sure both A, B, and N, which is the noise, which we're going to get into next, are going to it. So envelope 2, put it on the cutoff, like so. Pull it back just a smidge to 26% or 26. And we're going to turn the fat knob up too. It's going to be fat, bro.
Fat AF.
Getting nice and plucky. We're not anywhere cool yet, so let's keep going. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the noise oscillator. This is a really fun thing to use. So go to organics. This is really great for these type of plucks. And then use glass lid. Where is it?
Oh, no, it's in attacks.
Sorry. Oh, attacks. My bad. Attack, miscellaneous. Glass lid. Make it onto one-shot mode and also for key tracking. Leave the pitch. Leave the pitch where it's at and turn the level all the way up. It's going to sound like this now. Very nice.
Little pottery effect in there,
nice
dude.
Nice little pottery. Okay, next let's go into the effects. I'm going to go ahead and load the effect rack. Oops, I did it. I messed up again. Load effect chain. And we're going to use the Rezz pluck right here. Open that bad boy up. Okay, so some of the processing that's going on here inside of Serum. First, we have a little bit of EQ. We're just kind of shelving the lows out right here. So just go ahead and I guess you can use, what did I do? I use this. Okay, so yeah, turn the frequency down to 49 hertz, Q at 24, and gain at 10.2 with a notch. It's kind of taming the low end a little bit. Next, we have a standard delay, feedback at 40%, BPM 16 and 16 on the left and right, filters at 620 at 4Q, and ping pong delay with the mix at 9%. Very nice. Next, we have a multi-band compressor, thresholds at 17.5, ratios at 1/9/1, attacks at 92, release at 9999999, gain at 7.5, and mix all the way up. And then we have a reverb filter. So this reverb filter is in miscellaneous. Set the cutoff to 89 hertz, the resonance to 4, drive all the way down, damp all the way up, pan halfway, and then mix a little over halfway at 50 toots. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. That does a lot. I think I have the note on here. So go ahead, click on the note for me, Parks. Okay, so this note is really, remember I explained this in another video, but this is a really cool way to get key tracking on some of the filters, because sometimes when you're using a filter like this, it has a lot of dips and pulls and the actual, like a comb filter essentially, which is just a bunch of frequencies pulled out.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you're moving a cutoff, that's moving frequencies, which is moving notes, so it's kind of changing around. So the note feature can kind of keep it in its realm of being in the right scale, if you want, essentially, in the right key, where it should be. So put on the note and go ahead and turn it all the way down, like so. So basically what it's doing is it's moving that filter right to where it should be according to that frequency range of that note. Does that make sense?
It's probably helping with that noise attack too.
Oh, for sure.
For that, you know, because since we left pitch on 0 on that it, from my experience, that really gets detuned.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. So make sure you put that note on the mix, and then we're going to go ahead and add, I think something on the cutoff. I think it's probably LFO3 on the cutoff of reverb. Yes. So put it on the cutoff and pull it down to like 9. Very nice. And then lastly, we're going to add some reverb at Hall, size at 30%, decay at 5.6, high cut at low cut at 32, high cut at 71, spin at 40, spin depth at 28, mix at 30. Ooh. Oh, very nice. Now, just a little bit of processing. Just throw an OTT on it with some highs and mids pulled up. It's really going to make that reverb and that sound come out a lot. And amount at 87%. You can hear that other under layer goes, the lower octave. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. This is kind of a new effect chain thing that I kind of invented, I think. I mean, I probably didn't invent it, but this is just kind of a cool way of.
Should have just kept going with it, dude.
I invented it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's. I don't want to say that I invented it, but some other people did it. It's just like my thought process on doing it. So I'm gonna take off this OTT real quick, and I'm gonna add this effect rack. But first, we're gonna go into the patch to finish this bad boy up. Go ahead and close that. So I basically duplicated the patch. Whoops. Okay, so what you're going to do for this, like, now that I just got creative with it, is I duplicated the patch. And this is essentially like my effects, right? Do you have that one?
No.
I didn't give it to you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, I know what it is. I can essentially look at it. I think, let me look over here. What did I do? Yeah, 0, 0. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. All right, so back to here. Put these back to like 0. And then for the noise, you're going to put on, I think it's organics, wind chimes. So these are like wind chime sounds, which are kind of cool. So listen. And then what I did is I turned the pitch up, I believe, to like 20. Let me just double check. No, that's not the right one. It's this one. I just want to make sure I did it right. Yeah, I pulled it up to like 11%, I guess. Well, this is the patch right here. But all I did is essentially just mess with these. And then what I did, this is where it gets fun. Now that I have this, it's pretty much the same patch, just a little higher pitch. I added a grain delay. So when you listen to the original, there's like these weird kind of like sparkly things that are kind of happening behind the pluck. So it's kind of a cool rack to use on different things. The first thing you want to do is use grain delay. Grain delay is like really cool. It's a really short, weird delay. I don't really know how it works. I can't really explain it. But if you listen to Nightmare Street, that's how he made it with a pot sound, a lot of this type of technique. So the first grain delay, I have the spray set at 1.50 milliseconds and frequency at 4.09, and the pitch at 12 and the dry wet at 65%. And then I have the time at 53.6, so it's a really short delay. So let me go ahead and turn these off so we can really hear what it's doing. So all those delays are a higher octave is essentially what it's doing by putting it up 0.12. And it's kind of moving all around in your headphones. And then I went ahead and did another grain delay where I essentially duplicated it. Actually, yeah, that's all I did is I duplicated it. which is super fun. Such a cool sound. So I duplicated it, and then I duplicated it again, except this time I went down -12 on the octave. So same thing, duplicated, but then go down -12. So it adds a lower sort of delay. Right?
I like that.
And then next, I went ahead and added a simple delay. This is like a crazy delay chain. I'm going to definitely be using this on some other stuff. I'm like super hyped on it. Just standard stock delay, 4 and 6 for this. Feedback at 33 and dry wet at 50%. Pretty cool. Next, I have a reverb. I'll let Baker move over. You're out? Okay, I'll move over. So reverb, pretty stock. I just kind of cut the highs and initialize high and low. Kind of put them like that at 794. Decay at 4.15 and dry wet at 60 toots. And then I'm using OTT to really expand all of them like crazy at just a stock OTT at 100%. And then behind it, it sounds like this.
It's a really nice blend.
That's kind of a cool technique I thought that I'd show you guys. And then all together with the respace and everything sounds like this. Rezz does like a lot of those like kalimba style sounds.
Yeah.
Really great track. Really fun to be able to do it. Let's go ahead and let's play it all the way through now with the drop. This is my favorite part right here. So good, man.
So good, bro.
Happy holidays, guys. And also, too, make sure you guys get yourself that very, very special gift of SoundCloud Rap. It's out now, guys.
It is out.
We have tons of packs, but our new pack that we just dropped, 5 of them, guys.
So hyped.
If you like making hip-hop, we just dropped Sexy. We just dropped Sex. Excellent SoundCloud Rap. All 5 different artists. You might have been seeing we've been posting the remakes for those.
Yep.
Remakes for project file free downloads. Go check them out. There are a couple prior videos. We're going to be dropping more of them too. And yeah, we got a special deal. What's the deal right now?
You guys buy 2, you get 1 free.
Hey-o.
So pick up your favorite ones. We got Big Pump, 6ix9ine, Post Malone, Lil Peeps, and Lil Xander. Lil
Xander. So yeah, maybe you guys got maybe you already got your SoundCloud Rap because you got the Easter egg. Hopefully you guys find it.
Yeah, you guys can use that for whatever you want.
Those 5 lucky people.
Yeah, I wonder who got them.
I don't know. If you got it, post it in the comments below.
Yeah.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Actually, I could probably look it up, but I'll probably know that way. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something here today. We are Excellent Sound. Please give us a subscription if you guys like what you see here. It means a lot to us. Or a like is good. A comment's good.
Yep.
Subs are good. Apparently, YouTube just destroyed a bunch of our subs because of they were cleaning out some spam.
Well, maybe we had some spammy subs, man.
Spammy subs. So, yeah, we're trying to get our subs up, trying to get to 15K. That's our goal. If we could somehow get to 15K, this is probably not possible, but 15K.
Dude, for sure it is.
I'm saying like before the end of the year.
There's only like 300. We're at like.
What are we at? Like 14, 13, 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're at like 13.
If you haven't subbed yet, subscribe to us. Make sure you subscribe to PewDiePie too. Against T-Series.
PewDiePie.
What else? Also, too, yeah, go to our website, guys. We have tons of free shit. We got tons of free samples. Like, again, all those SoundCloud Rap free project files are on there.
Yeah, we just loaded up. Yeah, 5. We just loaded up with 5 more project files, you guys.
5 free. And we have other project files. We have other Serum presets and samples. Tons of stuff on our website, all for free. Go get it right now. If you did so, let us know. We'd really appreciate it.
Yep.
What else? Oh, yeah, we got other packs, too. So if you guys like this style of music, I'm sure we'll make a mid-tempo pack coming here soon. But a lot of this stuff I use. Cartel is a big pack that I would use for a lot of this type of style stuff. We got a lot of cool presets in there. I think over 90 presets and 300 sounds. Rhythm Riot 2 is another good one of making Bacon just jump on.
Yeah, that one's huge.
That's probably one of our most recent big packs. A lot of big things coming next year.
Yeah. We've been doing a ton of different lessons.
Yeah.
We got a lot of students.
Are crazy right now.
Yeah, so if you guys want to, have us mentor you in whatever you guys need, whether it be sound design, mixing, tracking, whatever, we do it. Dressing.
Yeah, how to dress like a prostitute. We have like bundle pricings for that stuff too. It's all on our website. Feel free to email us. If you guys want production, mixing, and mastering, you can always email us at info@XLNT Sound. We do tons of stuff. Studio here is in Hollywood, California. So if you're looking and you're in the area and you're looking for a studio to use, maybe you can come use the Excellent Studio. Yeah,
exactly. We also do in-person lessons.
Yep.
So if you guys want, lessons in person, you guys are in the area, let's do it.
Yeah, hit us up. What else am I forgetting? I don't know. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a happy holiday. Have a great, great New Year. Merry Christmas. Here's to next year, dude.
29's coming, dude.
Are we cheersing something?
Oh, I thought it was going to be like this.
Fist bump.
My drink is like that.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Sideways just spills.
Oh, my God.
We're such nerds.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Huh?
It's time for line dance.
Yeah, we're going to line dance. Hell yeah, we are. Guys, tweet to Rezz. See if Rezz hopefully she likes it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she'll put some ornaments on her face.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be sick.
Make sure you guys are joining the Discord. The link is in the download description. Patreon, all that stuff is in there. We'll see you guys next year, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See you next year. Let's go and play this Bad Girl out.
Actually, is there one more week?
There might be one more week. I don't know. We probably won't.
Whatever.
It'll probably be on. We
Next
probably
year.
won't do a video next week because it's.
Oh,
Christmas.
yeah, it is Christmas.
I don't know what day it is.
Wait, when is Christmas? On Wednesday?
I think it's on Monday.
I don't know.
Let me see. Christmas is. Some people have already left the video by now.
Yeah.
Christmas is on Tuesday.
So
yeah, we probably won't do a video.
Yeah.
European Christmas.
So yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we'll see you guys.
Play this thing out.
Play this thing out. We'll see you guys next time.